I have no idea how this club, that is apparently $1 billion in debt, is buying all of these players. Someone please make it make sense. Barca paid $190 million for Torres, Rafinha, and Lewandowski. Like how? Today on the show, we talk AFL and NRL, rugby, golf, football, and speaking of football, we see the single worst ever miss I have ever seen in my entire life. Check that man's bank account now. This is $0 given. I'm feeling a bit sick at the moment. I've got a bit of a nasally voice and I've got a bloody red dot on my nose. But you know what? I'm going to soldier on. I'm going to keep fighting, just like the Kangaroos. Oh my God, they have gotten a win. They're second of the season. They snapped the 14-game losing streak, and it's crazy. Me and bloody Dylan, we were literally talking about this. Could the Kangaroos actually get a win after sacking the coach? We literally discussed this on AFL Big Questions. Well, wouldn't you know it? North, obviously, with their huge win, but the Pies with a very big win in Pendlebury's 350th. Pies win their 8th in a row and within a goal. And I mean, you just simply have to in a man's 350th. We're going to get to Cameron Smith, obviously, in a second. Don't you worry. But yeah, it was a very big week for men with mullets. Sam Draper kicked a bloody great goal in the game against the Suns. I mean, hell, Essendon are already calling for goal of the year. I don't know about that now. The goal's already overhyped enough as is, but how about Rory Laird with 20 tackles, by the way, in that game against Collingwood? That is an AFL record. And yes, it is a shame that breaking an AFL record does not give you 4 premiership points. Onto the NRL, and despite getting smashed in Game 2, it is Queensland that prevailed. And it was Ben Hunt's big return that really sealed it for Queensland as well. I tell you what, this guy has had the highest of highs and the lowest of lows in his career, hasn't he? After everything he's gone through, Ben Hunt deserved that bloody oath. The Broncos got a very tight win in their Queensland derby, and I bloody tell you what, it'd be a hell of a week to be a Queenslander Broncos fan who also happens to really like golf. Here's Cam Smith rocking a Broncos bag at the Open. Sydney Roosters got a pretty big win against the Dragons, and by big, I mean big as in, look at the score. That's one of the highest scoring NRL games, bloody, of all time. Maybe not of all time, but yeah, still up there. Maybe about 30 points off being the highest, whatever. But there was this hilarious attempt at a ball return as well from that game. Yeah, and I saw these comments coming from a mile away. West Tigers are speaking with him as a Tigers kicking coach. And the Melbourne Storm, by the way, lost again. I know that they are riddled with injuries at the moment, and it definitely didn't help this game either. Pappenhausen pretty much out for what looks to be pretty well the entire season now with a bit of a serious knee injury. But yeah, just I'm stunned how hard the Storm have fallen off this season. Are you guys from India? Because get that in here. It doesn't even make sense, but it's still funny. Now, it's been a pretty decent little week for Australian sport. Sadly, it wasn't all perfect. The rugby union side of things, we got, unfortunately, a 2-1 loss. This bloke decided he wanted to be the main character and decided to call Eddie Jones a traitor for deciding to take up managing and coaching England. Eddie rightfully and pretty fairly returning serve, and I think you can tell from the look on his face that did not go the way he thought it would, did it? But at least it's not just Australia that has to suffer. I mean, New Zealand lost a series to Ireland in their own backyard as well. We always talk about Australian rugby being in crisis, but like New Zealand losing to Ireland at home, now that's a crisis. Is this the worst All Blacks team in like the last couple of decades? You let me know in the comments. And finally, we get to give Cam Smith his moment. Yes, he won the British Open, the 150th at the old course at St Andrews. What a moment. He said he was looking forward to finding how many beers fit in the claret jug. Well, he did not waste any time. I think he ties Dustin Johnson with this 20 under par. That is ridiculous in a major. I mean, just take a look at this back nine. It's absolutely, you got like 5 birdies in a row. Just got another one on the final hole to seal it. That is unbelievable. An absolute putting masterclass. What do they say? Putt for dough. Well, I'll tell you what, Roy McIlroy was the one he was fighting with most of the day. He hit this pretty incredible shot over the weekend, but it was not enough for Rory. Even with this kid trying to put all the positive juju on him, it still just did not happen for him on the greens. And as happy as I am for Cameron Smith, I'm miserable to see that this is probably the last time we'll ever see Tiger Woods play, at least in a major at St Andrews. The gallery gave him just an amazing send-off, and I hope he knows he owes the sport nothing. If that is the last time, then, oh, God damn it, I love this man so much. Now, on to the football, because we do have, even though we're in the pre-season at the moment, some pretty cool things happening in Australia. We obviously had Melbourne victory versus Manchester United, where, of course, we saw Natty play against his old team. Playing against his old team for his new team now. Unfortunately for Melbourne Victory, maybe to be expected, they did not win the game. They lost 4-1, but they did find a way to score the very first goal of the game with Chris Economidis slotting it in beautifully. What a goal that is. It has to be said. You know, Liverpool couldn't score a goal past Manchester United at all, and Melbourne Victory did it within 5 minutes. But the hype around Manchester United is clearly not over because they still have another game to play against Crystal Palace as well. I mean, hell, we got friendlies all over Australia. We had Aston Villa winning it was eventful, but still, albeit a 1-0 win against Leeds United, and the only goal came from a penalty. I don't know if I'd be super happy if I bought my tickets to that. I'm wanting minimum 3 goals in any friendly match I go to. But anyway, we've also got Robert Lewandowski. He somehow is managing to go to Barcelona. I have no idea how this club that is apparently $1 billion in debt is buying all of these players. Someone please make it make sense. Barca paid 190 million for Torres, Rafinha, and Lewandowski. Like how? No way Spotify gave them that much money. Anyway, it is time now for the Legend of the Week, people, and you know the drill, although I'll be honest, I feel like it's going to be pretty straightforward. I ask you all for nominees every single weekend on Twitter for Legend of the Week, but let's hurry up and just give it to Cameron Smith. Yeah, let's just hurry up with it. Okay, we've got Lewandowski, all right, but Cameron Smith, Cam Smith, Cameron Smith. I mean, come on, who else was possibly going to win it? Australia's first major champion since 2015. Cameron Smith is our Legend of the Week. It was obvious, man. Whether he goes to live golf or not, hey, who knows? But he will be Legend of the Week. We are done and dusted for this week, though, people. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I will see you all next week. Catch you later, and bye-bye.